On this week's episode, we've got Dan the Man here as a special guest. He joins us just in time to talk about the controversial upcoming changes to Pirates of the Caribbean. Is it really a bad thing? Are they actually doing it to be PC? And is there significance to the timing of the announcement? The modifications in Adventureland are complete, and your stroller can finally get out of the sun. Hashtag Fat Time in the Parks over at DCA with a churro of a different color and something wet. Getting closer to the D23 Expo with more news coming every day. Also, DuckTales at San Diego ComicCon, 50 years of Tomorrowland Terrence, Independence Day at the parks, and more on this manly episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. Hi, I'm Anthony.
I'm Shadow. I'm Diggs.
And welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Star Wars, Disney, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
What is this?
It's showtime!
All together in the tiki room. All the birds sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
Made you look.
Hey now, how's it
Hey,
going, people?
what's up, people?
Happy birthday! Oh,
No, wait, no, not
Wait,
yet.
it's not
Not
yet.
Oh,
Mine
my-
passed.
Not yet. Not
Oh.
yet. We'll get there.
you know me, I like to jump the gun.
because we have a special guest here at
Yes,
the.
a very special guest.
Oh, right, he's normally not here, huh?
No, wait. No, not Shadow. He's not special.
Oh, well, we know that. I just meant he's normally not here.
No, we have Dan the Man,
Hey guys, what's up?
and he said he was taking over for Michael the Mill guy.
Taking Michael's place. I mean, sitting in for Mike.
Hey, you know what? You can take his
Dirty.
place anytime you want because you're not going to make us drive all the way to your house.
That's closer for me though.
Well,
That's
yeah.
closer for Dan
That's
too.
closer for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
So yeah, Dan the Man is here. He wanted to invade our recording studio.
Yes, welcome to the palatial MousePIRE recording studio.
What does-
MousePIRE State? Fantastic.
What
Love it.
what does palatial mean? I don't know.
It's not
like
the
a
other one,
palace.
right?
It's a synonym of spacious.
It's a cinnamon.
It's this. Ooh, I like cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Ooh, cinnamon rolls.
We'll talk about cinnamon later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Well, I
have.
thought he was trying to say beep.
No,
you
we
know.
can't talk about that. But yeah, we'll talk about some cinnamon later, and
yes.
we also have some news about D23 coming up, and we have something about 100. We're turning 100 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Is Shadow 100 already? Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm over 100.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I just say that?
Well, somebody was talking about yesterday about how he's old.
That was Dirty Michael.
Yes, that was Dirty Michael.
All right, but speaking of 100, no, this person is not 100, but today is Fernando Xavier Hubbard's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Fernando, happy birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Fernando turned 100 today. No, he's not 100.
Ew,
no.
he's blaming 100 now.
No, he's not 100 yet. But yeah, Fernando's birthday is today, and yeah, we all posted happy birthday to him. And if you guys follow our social medias, you would have seen my nice picture of us. That was two fat times. No, it was one fat time picture
One
with,
fat time.
with the corn dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he left me out because the only picture I don't even have a.
Exactly.
I have a picture of Fernando, but it's at Dodgers.
That group photo.
The group photo at the Dodgers.
That don't count. I can't put a group photo, because
You could crop out on all the unimportant people.
Like Dan.
Oh no! I was talking about Jose, but dirty.
exactly.
I was talking about Michael.
He left before I even had a picture with him. He was gone. He left as soon as the game was over, and we were all standing there.
You know his excuse.
Yeah. He had duty.
Ew, duty.
It was duty time for him, so he had to leave early. Yeah, because he said, "Oh, I gotta go to the restroom real quick." All right, cool. So we're waiting, and then I get a text. Oh, I had to leave. I'm like, well, we were waiting for you.
Because I was standing there too, and I went to the restroom.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he's like, he's not in there.
Well, I was going to see what you guys were going to do, but then I had to go meet up with Catherine because she was already waiting out by the Jackie Robinson statue. So I had to run out there. And then all of a sudden Michael shows up. I'm like, oh, where's the rest of them? He's like, I don't know. They were going to his bathroom or something.
Whatevs. But hey, anyway,
he just had duty in his pants. That's why he left.
Happy birthday to Fernando.
Yes, Fernando.
And we'll see you soon for some fat times in the parks.
And maybe a blooming drink.
Or fat times at Fernando's Tiki Hut.
Nah, that sounds good. That sounds Krakatoa punch.
Yes.
All right, so we got some news about... Well, actually, we got some news that started a petition. You know, we talk about petition this and everything.
There's news hidden in other news.
Yes. You know what?
I'm sorry if I took my shirt off at Disneyland, but you don't have to protest about it.
No, we're going to sign a petition to keep you out.
That's a different one.
So, yeah, it was news within some other news because the news was about new pirates set to join the crew of Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland Paris July 24th. So when that post came out, I was like, well, I don't care because it's not here. You know, something to do with Paris, which is cool. I'll read it later.
Right, which is we normally, if we see something that's Florida related or basically not Disneyland related, we just kind of ignore it. But then it started, but then of course it started, people that did read it, it started blowing up.
Yes.
And it couldn't escape this guy's attention. So he texted me about it. And I'm like, oh crap, here we go.
There we go, exactly.
I'm going to start out this whole segment by saying, you're stupid.
Yes, basically.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, well, this news blew up that basically they are going to be changing the scene at our park in Florida Park, and they're changing the auction scene. And, of course, it also has to do with the famous Redhead. And as soon as that, you know, people started seeing that they were going to... Basically, this is the first thing I saw. They're taking out the Redhead. They're taking her out. And, no, we need to keep her, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, we know people don't read.
Well, yeah, because people don't know how to write headlines correctly, first of all. They write clickbait headlines that make you think other things are going on. I just like real quick just to go over just a few headlines that are kind of ridiculous. Bride auction in Pirates of the Caribbean gets PC makeover. Okay, well, nobody ever said it was PC. That's just assumption. Wench auction is being removed from Pirates of the Caribbean. Bride auction being removed.
Yeah, it really blew up.
But they don't really say it's not being removed. It's being changed. There's a huge
like Anthony.
Difference between change and remove. Remove would indicate everything's being taken out and something completely different is being put in. All the same characters are going to be there. They're just going to be doing different stuff.
Is plus the official Disney word? It's being plus?
That sounds like a Disney word.
Okay. I think it is.
So the new scene that's going to be added, instead of auctioning off wenches, they're going to be actually have local townspeople unload their valuables at the auction. So instead of having all the wenches in line, I guess they're going to bring their valuables and they're going to be in line with their valuables so they can, I guess, auction them off.
Right. From the concept art, it would seem that a couple of the ladies that were in the line tied up are going to be changed to men, and that it's going to look like there's several men and women townspeople that are bringing their goods up to be given to the pirates. Basically, it's like, you know what, we're not going to take the trouble to come around and door to door to to jack you. So we're just going to sit back and make you come bring your stuff to us, because if you don't, then we're going to come jack you and probably shoot you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, pirates.
So, yeah, as soon as everyone got word that this was supposedly being taken out, you know, everyone jumped and let's sign a petition. We want to keep the Redhead, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I'm thinking, let's just say, you know, you have the townspeople bringing their valuables to auction off, and then you have the pirates on the other side. You know, of course, the auctioneer guy is going to have new lines. You're going to probably have new lines from the pirates on the opposite side. What do they do? Keep the "we want the Redhead" line. Why not? She's up there. there's no reason to change that line.
Yeah, let's not bury the lead here real quick. One of the things that seemed most exciting to me was the news that the Redhead is being made into a pirate.
Yes.
Which, to me, I didn't even think about all the other stupidness that everybody's complaining about, or even anything. I'm just, ooh, they're making the pirate a Redhead? It's about time. And the first thing I did was go on Twitter and post the article, the Redhead's going to become a pirate? Sounds good to me.
What do you think?
Changing the Redhead, does it fit in more to the beginning of the ride where we see her in the... That Redhead is supposed to be the same Redhead that's in the bar scene at the very beginning of the ride.
I mean, we never made that assumption before because the Redhead is standing there. But, I mean, now it could be definitely... like you said before, it does make it fit in more with the story now.
Right.
Because then there was a lot of people that... I mean, obviously there's been the connections made with those paintings to Haunted Mansion. But that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole...
It might distance a little bit from Haunted Mansion more now, going by that headcanon. But I think that headcanon is good, saying that the pirate in the portrait, the lady in the portrait, is the Redhead.
The Redhead stood out more than just something that, just because she was too pretty or whatever to be sold at auction and the pirate wanted to keep her. She's always stood out as more than that.
Right.
Yeah, especially when they went through, we were talking about the PC days, the change with the pirates and now chasing the food instead of the women. If it were looking for a PC thing, you think they would have changed that along
But
with...
since they changed the pirates, too, before, they changed the Haunted Mansion with the different paintings when you're walking in through the hallway, so it kind of distanced it already from both sides already.
That's true,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you see the remnants in there because there's like hidden pirate ships inside the attic that most people don't know that's in there. But other than that, I mean, since they changed the whole thing, both rides,
even the bride,
exactly.
the bride in the mansion,
but then
Constance, is that her name?
Yeah, and then but one of the pictures with her and the husband sitting in the chair,
and he's dressed like a sailor.
But one of them is naked.
But the chair is the same one in Pirates with Jack sitting on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, so
that requires a visit to the parks.
Let's go. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, this is causing so much drama all over the place. People are signing petitions. People are getting called stupid for signing petitions.
Well, how long has it been since I didn't get the Death Star yet? That had a petition that went to the White House officially.
And Guardians is not Tower, because that petition didn't go through.
And it's not terrible and stupid. It's actually better.
And the Mad Tea Party is gone. So
that's not back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we you guys should know our stance on petitions.
Yeah, no matter what the opinions on the change itself, everybody's opinion on the petitions is the same, and that's that they're stupid. Now, Michael, on the other hand, we can't really speak for him because he signed the petition, so that speaks for itself. But wait, what did you say? You're Michael?
Hi, Michael.
Oh, I'm like, you're Michael. No. I just want to call out all the people real quick that use this as an excuse to say all kinds of various stupid things like, oh, well, we should just change the end because blah, 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 or we should just change Haunted Mansion because people might get freaked out by the dude hanging, or people don't like ghosts, or we should just change,
or
we should just get rid of Splash Mountain because it's based on a movie that's
no one's
banned,
seen. A movie no one's seen.
Right.
Yeah, or we're going to hell on Mr. Toad's ride.
Right, or all the other stupid things that people said.
Those creepy dolls in Small World.
Right. I did see Small World mention something about Small World, because there was this one that Michael took a screenshot of that some guy who had said, oh, this is, you know.
I think that was all sarcastic, though.
Maybe, I don't know. I did actually see that comment, and I don't know. Just because some people are being serious about it, but then, you know, you got all the people, you know, saying it's PC, people, you know, the usual right-wingers calling liberal libtards, and you got your snowflakes and all that nonsense being spouted out, when what it all really comes down to, Walt said that the park should always be changing.
And it will never be
He
complete.
did not specify what he meant by that. He said that the park should always be changing, and anybody with any bit of intelligence should have always interpreted Walt's words to mean that the park should always be changing with the times, and the times to have certain things is past. No matter what you do to the ride is not going to be accurate. You can't have an accurate pirate ride because it would be rated R. It would be Black Sails. Yeah. And if anybody who has seen Black Sails, well, you can't make a ride out of Black Sails because Black Sails is probably one of the most accurate depictions of pirates probably ever put on screen.
Oh, I've seen it, yes.
And because
we don't get any rum served us on the ride.
Yeah, there's nothing glamorous. Exactly. There's nothing glamorous about being pirate. I've read multiple books about pirates, and there's nothing glamorous about it. So
well, no matter, same thing when they glamorized the Outlaws in the West, it wasn't the way it looked on the movies.
Right, and just one more point real quick is all the people talking about how, we can't have it historically accurate anyway. Pirates of the Caribbean is not a museum. It's a ride. It's not meant to be a museum. None of the rides are meant to be museums. Now, at one time, the original concept of Haunted Mansion was to be a walkthrough type museum, but obviously it became something else. But none of the rides are meant to be museums. It's not meant to be historically accurate. There's nothing about changing the auction to what it's being changed to that has anything to do with accurate or not. It's just a conscientious decision to do the right thing and to make the right depictions, because you could say all you want about people out there, oh, my kids, blah, 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 don't look at that and say, oh, why are they trying to sell those women? Well, you know what? There are probably kids out there that do that. There are probably kids out there who ask those questions.
I don't think my kids have ever questioned that.
It's a ride. It's a ride, but you know what? You do have people who do have kids that are the kind who will ask questions or question everything. Maybe you've brought up your kids to question everything, and you take them into that situation, and they question that. They're going to question, why are those women being sold, or something like that? Why is that woman being fat-shamed?
I think they understand.
But they're not going to question why pirates are burning stuff, or why are pirates stealing stuff, because that's what pirates do.
I think they understand the way things are for entertainment versus the way they are in real life.
Right, but I mean, there's different ways to do things in entertainment, and one way or another may not be right, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with making changes, and that's what the world is all about, making changes. And the people that can't accept changes are the reason why we have problems in the world today, is because people can't accept change.
When I was a kid, I wanted stuck in the old lady days. In the back crying. That was my girl. I wanted to wait for the auction. But like every ride or everything you see on the maps or show times or whatever, we'll just go to that old cliche, subject change without notice.
All right, well, this is subject to change in 2018. So basically, when Pirates goes into their refurbishment next year, you can expect this new scene to be added then. And real quick, I want to get to the point that you were talking about earlier about why Disney announced this.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that.
Well, you get to in a little bit, maybe like a 5-minute, not 20-minute thing.
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, all I really need to say is that
3-hour.
All I really need to say is that just like anything else in the world, all it takes is one thing to make people forget about another thing.
Yeah,
because that's happened. Just real quick, an example. Does everybody remember what was the big news the day before 9/11?
Yes. It was that missing intern.
Yes, it was the missing intern. But not everybody remembers that.
Right.
And I think I've probably asked that before. So, I mean, but not a lot of people remember that. That was the big news the day before 9/11. Then all of a sudden everybody forgot about that. So it's just like anything else. All it takes is one bit of news to stir everybody up and forget about another thing. Well, in this case, I can almost guarantee that this news was snuck in there along with the other post about Paris. Because Paris, I think that's happening this year, right?
Yes, 24th.
Right.
This
so that's obviously something that would have been announced. Something that's happened in 2018 wouldn't have been announced until, well, I mean, if this is going to happen during Pirates' normal refurbishment in February, this is probably something we wouldn't have heard about until December or January, normally. Because when did we hear about Hatbox? Now, rumors were coming out about Hatbox a few months before, but we didn't hear about Hatbox until probably Hatbox was put in at the beginning of May.
Right.
Maybe it was March when we first started hearing about Hatbox.
Probably. Is that when that fake wall?
When the fake wall first went up, and about that same time is when we started hearing about Hatbox. And that's only a couple months before. So there's absolutely no reason why we should have been hearing about refurbishments to Pirates in Florida and here almost a year ahead of time, except for the fact that Disneyland or Disney was in kind of a public relations nightmare with debate over what was going to happen with the Hall of Presidents and the Trump animatronic and what he was going to say.
Did that have a petition?
Oh, I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure the alt-right had plenty of petitions out on that. But there was a lot of debate about what he was going to say, whether if it didn't say what Trump wanted him to say, whether he was going to get mad about it, or whether there was going to be boycotts of Disneyland from the Republicans and stuff like that. But all it took was a little itty-bitty press release that didn't even have anything to do with the headline of the press release about them changing the auction, and now everybody's forgotten about the whole Trump animatronic thing that nobody even talks about, hasn't even talked about it since then. So, good job, Disney.
That's a very good job. Hit the evidence.
Yeah, they buried that story.
Heck yeah.
Back page.
Exactly. Everybody who's listening to us right now is going, oh, yeah.
We need to get a petition going to get him out of there.
All right, so we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about Adventureland. We talked about the new remodeled or whatever renovation that was going on over at Adventureland, taking out some planters and moving some fruit over to one side so they can park some strollers into the fruit side. All that's done now, and
I don't like strollers with my fruit.
it's all done. So over there at the Tropical Imports, they're now selling strollers. So you can go over to Tropical Imports.
It's about time.
Buy a stroller. They got plenty of models to choose from too.
Now, did that end up opening about when we thought it would?
It actually opened up on Thursday, I believe. It was Thursday, I think.
Because when was it that we had said that we thought it was going to open? You had the date of when. You had the date of when Tropical Imports or something was supposed to close, and then we figured it was going to be around that time.
Oh, right.
It was either way. We had figured the end of June-ish, so it was about on time. Because I know you went, and all of a sudden you were like, "Oh, it's open." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
It was a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you know what? That's a good point to bring up because it didn't take that long to gut the store and just throw some stuff over there. You know, you take all the merchandise out of the store, and then you put in the little fruit.
There wasn't much merchandise in that store.
Oh, well, there was a lot of other crap in that store. But, I mean, you know, to bring over the big old bins that they sell the fruit and put in one little section, and then they get all the tables and move them into the little store, the store there. So
did they knock that structure? I didn't walk over there when we were at the park the other day. Did they knock the structure down where the fruit stand used to be?
No.
They just put the strollers
covered stroller
inside of
parking.
it.
Yeah, it's covered.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, you could get some covered strollers over there. And then they're no sun damage or anything.
No hot metal.
So, yeah, I mean, that's all they did. They just.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, they didn't really do much inside of the stores. All they did, the walls, from the pictures I've seen, they didn't do anything to the walls.
They're still
the
decorated
walls
the way they were.
Are decorated and just wood paneling and everything the same exact way they were before. And all they did was throw some chairs in there and some tables. Now, some of those stand-up seating, the stand-up dining, looks like it was actually built in, or is that portable too?
Oh,
I couldn't really tell from
notice.
I haven't been over there to look myself.
Was that outside the?
Well, all that outside stuff was torn down. That's what that planter they took.
No, not the planter. Where the tables were. I can't remember.
There were no tables outside.
I thought there was a couple of tables.
Oh yeah. There was tables behind by the cast entrance.
Yeah.
So I don't know if those tables were just is it the same tables?
I believe so. I just
okay.
all
So
the
they
tables
just
in
moved
there.
So it didn't really take that much.
No, and
it was just all about probably moving the cleaning the floors and removing any footprint of any former cabinets or shelving or
something like that. Yeah.
Or like in the indie store, you would have had to try and erase the imprint on the ground from where the register used to be and stuff
if they even did that.
I know. If we go in there, you can probably see a line on the floor.
But Aladdin's Oasis is still just...
Yeah, but Aladdin's Oasis is still there just collecting dust in a couch register that doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just a glorified takeout place because as far as I know, all they use Land's Oasis is for the dining, right? The
dining package?
The dining packages?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the only thing that they use that register for.
There's a restroom over there, the companion restroom.
Yeah.
Oh, right. They need to bring back Petition Terrace, right? That's what it was before?
Yeah.
I almost called it
Tangaroa
Terrace, but that's the hotel.
That's the hotel.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all done over there. So, if you guys go to the parks, you can go over to Adventureland, check that out. And we actually went there on what day we were there? Was it Saturday?
Saturday, yes.
So we were there on Saturday, of course. Very, very busy. So I said, hey, let's go over to check out Adventureland just to see, crowd-wise, if it's working. I would say, yes, it's working a little bit.
Truly won't know until the first Phantasmic.
Yes, exactly.
And you get all that going through there.
Yes. But, I mean, just like I said, during the weekend, 4th of July weekend, it was really crowded. And I can say I thought it worked well, that it was working all right, because you don't have the strollers in the middle. You don't have people trying to get around people who are eating. So it looked okay to me.
The only true way to make Adventureland not have as much congestion would be get rid of those two big trees. But I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Because it's way too hard probably those trees are going under, the root system is going underneath the walkway. So there's no way that they could take those out.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But I think they're in the right frame of mind to be moving the strollers around. It's a big difference, actually, in Tomorrowland, where they took out those planners.
Yeah, made those planners smaller. Yeah,
they made the planners smaller.
Just to turn it into stroller parking.
Yeah.
I wish they would find something else to do with strollers over there. I wish they would. What would be really ideal with strollers, just real quick, in Tomorrowland would be if they would eliminate that interior queue, that interior extended queue, and turn that into stroller parking.
Park them all in the launch bay.
Park them upstairs.
Upstairs, yeah.
Yeah, because they really need to. If they could do something about strollers in Tomorrowland, that would really help how the congestion is there. Because it's bad enough.
It was really bad the other day.
Well, I mean, obviously the biggest thing would be just knock out the Astro Orbiter, but
All right, and one more thing we've been talking about. Shredded. What's his name? Shredded.
Shrunken Ned.
Shrunken Ned. I was thinking about shredded beef. I'm like, shredded beef.
Ooh.
No, Shrunken Ned is there. We've been talking about it because one of our followers was asking about this guy, and I was like, oh, okay. So
I was like, oh, yeah.
We've been on top of Ned lately.
Whoa.
And he's there, and he's...
Because my big question was about the pinball machine. No sign of that, though?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, see, that's a bummer.
I wasn't...
I forgot that was there.
Yeah, the indie pinball machine.
Yeah, I don't think it's there. I didn't hear anything. I walked into the area real quick, but of course it's kind of hard to take pictures when there's people sitting there and things like that. But
yeah, it makes people feel weird taking pictures of them eating.
Yeah, so we were there with some friends, and we were actually headed to Splash Mountain. So I was like, oh yeah, let's get this real quick. So I actually, while they're walking, they don't know what I'm doing, and so I just try to go real quick, take some pictures and then they're like, oh, where were you at? I was checking this out. So then they decided to go in there and check it out. So, okay, cool. I can take some more pictures.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Ned is there. He's doing his thing. You can go over there and seek his wisdom or whatever he does.
Did they move him? Or is he still in the same spot?
I believe he's in the same spot.
He's like right in the middle.
Yeah, because all the times I went over there to take pictures through the wall, they didn't move him. So he was in basically the same spot. So
that's the only thing that I think did in there. I didn't find a need to buy a Quicksilver Roxy.
Don't get me started on that.
Not when there's an outlet like 5 minutes from my house.
It's really stupid.
Right?
Yeah, don't get me started on how they've ruined Adventureland Bazaar by putting all that crap in there.
Oh, it's
taken over like half the store.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the back end, in the back, like the bathroom side.
Yeah, okay.
It's right there.
Well, and there's some on the other side too.
Are there?
The whole left side is all that crap too. But yet the indie stuff is hardly just a little 5x5 area. they don't have the whole big hat rack anymore.
That's probably the hats.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's what that. Yeah, there was a bunch of hats in there.
Yeah, because there was the whole hat display, and then there was all the other stuff, and no respect. They got to have some sort of contract or something that requires them to have that stuff in there. Otherwise, it's like, geez, Disney, how much money do you owe to OP and
OP. Me? So if you guys need your beachwear, head over to the Adventureland Bazaar, get your OP, and then across the street you can get a stroller.
Wide selection.
And then just real quick, obviously the old fruit stand now is moved from the stroller parking over to the right side, what used to be the South Seas Trader
right.
Imports.
Yeah.
South Seas Imports.
They have pickles.
Yeah? Are they bigger over there now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, so like I said, we were there on Saturday, and we were checking out the entertainment that was going on for the 4th of July weekend, and it was pretty cool. They had the 191st Army. Actually, you know what? They combined. So it was the 191st and the 300th Army Band was there. They combined to play together. They played in California Adventure. They had a performance over there. And they actually had a actual band, not the marching band type of thing, but a band over at Downtown Disney. And I would have liked to see that, but that was like 10 o'clock in the morning, so that wasn't happening.
I was interested to see that they were also there on Sunday, and that wasn't originally scheduled, I believe, because we had only talked about them being on there on Monday, right? Because I saw pictures or people saying pictures of them having been there on Sunday. I think it was Lauren. Lauren posted a picture of them that they were there Sunday as well.
Was it that band or was it the other band?
It was an Army band. That's all I know.
Because I know
I don't remember you saying anything about an Army band being on there on Sunday.
But I do remember something about there was going to be some other type of band there. You know, I guess I'm confused with all these numbers and things like that.
Right. I just remember when we talked about it, I don't remember you saying anything about an Army band being there on Sunday. And then I saw Lauren post about the band being there on Sunday, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
But anyway, yeah, it was really cool to see them. They did their pre-parade because we talked about them, and they were supposed to play. I thought it was two bands playing at 4:10 the same day, and well, how is that going to work out? And I don't know what the guy was that guy supposed to be George Washington in the back with the
that's what I thought
mistress
too.
Or something.
Yeah, he literally had his mistress, not Martha Washington. She was very pretty with a really cool outfit that showed her talent. So
maybe she's headed to the Pirates, right?
She was dressed in blue. She could be the Bluey.
Was it supposed to be Bessie Ross? Maybe
she looked really young.
Yeah,
I was like, who's this girl?
I like the colonial parts, the marching. That was good.
Yeah,
hey, that's how America became America.
Now, was there anything for the flag retreat ceremony?
The flag retreat was just a regular
flag retreat?
Yeah, flag retreat. It wasn't, they didn't have anything special. But on the June 28th and through the 1st, they had the United States Air Force Honor Guard there.
That was good.
And we watched them. And, of course, I was taking some video. And one of the guys messed up. As I was taking the video, he messed up.
A little out of step.
So, of course, I sent it to Scott. And he says, what did he say? He says something about of course, the Air Force messes up, because he's in Coast Guard, and he was in the Presidential Honor Guard.
They all blame each other.
Yeah, basically.
They'll give each other a hard time.
Basically. He said, dirty Air Force. Yeah. He said, one of the guys just messed up. I said, yeah, that's why I sent it to you. And he said, haha, it happens. The problem is that he didn't recover and mask it right. Because he was too slow,
yeah.
And you knew he messed up. If you didn't know the drill and know that, maybe that's where we're supposed to be. But no, I knew he messed up. That's why I sent it. But and then one of the other guys was he's like moving, doing the rifle, and his bayonet flew out. I was like, ooh,
well, good thing.
Wow,
yeah, because the good thing the bayonet pointed down and hit the ground. Could you imagine it was in the air and just flipped somewhere?
Might be like geese.
Yeah.
So I was like, I told him that happened. He's like, whoa, He goes, he says, it happens because, like I said, he did that for a couple of years. I said, yeah, a good thing it didn't hit a gas because,
he could have had a cool souvenir.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Scar in the bayonet.
Give me that money.
But even though he did say, dirty, Air Force, he did say, it is an honor for them, and he said he would have killed to have performed there.
Absolutely.
And I said, yeah, that would have been really, really cool to see that. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see the drills. And, like I said, he was in the Presidential Honor Guard, so he did that, and since he was over there in D.C., we never got to see that. Yeah. So to see the Navy, do their thing, and like, oh, this is what he did, that's pretty cool. And then I just want to do a little, I guess, be a little critical on something, because they had two rows of the honor guards, and then they had I think it was a sergeant.
Yeah,
I think, and he was to go walk through the middle while they're flipping their rifles.
You know what? I've seen those drills online.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Well, if you were to look at it straight on, you're like, ooh, But where we were,
Oh yeah, on sideways.
he
Yeah.
was like one step behind
Yeah.
the rifle. So there was no way he was going to get hit.
Oh, okay.
The only way he was going to get hit if he walked too fast. But the way he was walking, by the time he got to that person, they were already done.
They're done.
So
Yeah.
you're like, okay. But you know what?
The illusion.
Yeah,
Dirty YouTube videos. Are
the illusion, and of course, safety, and yeah, I would be behind too. I wouldn't want to be hit with that bayonet because that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, he's no Chris Angel.
well, it didn't work out for Chris Angel not so long ago.
Right?
But yeah, it was pretty cool to go over there and see some of the performances. We rarely get over there during the
Real quick,
During the day.
Yeah.
I have it here. It was the National Guard honor band that she filmed on Sunday.
Okay,
The United States Army National Guard Band.
so yeah, that's a different band.
Spreading
So
the
they
love.
were there on
Spreading the love.
right.
Yeah.
So that's who it was there on Sunday.
Cool.
But no one performed on Tuesday. Is that right?
No, everyone went home to go set up some fireworks.
Barbecues.
Exactly. You see his barbecue? You probably didn't see his
No, I
barbecue.
didn't see
I
that.
just
Gotta
saw
check out
burnt
the
hot dogs. It's like we got Cajun style going.
All right, so yeah, it was really cool to see all that. Like Dan says, we don't get there in the morning, so to be able to see the performances, it was pretty tight.
Only when necessary.
Exactly, only when necessary.
Super necessary.
Yes. Still haven't got to the island, which was my plan, but maybe
Keep getting
That requires
sidetracked.
to be there. during the
Yeah,
day.
we did get sidetracked.
Island, first
yeah,
of all.
the Island. Sorry.
And second of all, it's not going anywhere.
oh, I know. I don't. Well, you never know.
Do we have
they-
side position now?
What do you think? They cut out a chunk of it for the river. What do you think
They
that's
had their
about?
chance to get rid of it, so I mean, it's there now.
Because somebody
Sunken
signed
Island.
petition. That's why it's still there.
The new Atlantis ride. That's what's going on.
Right? They've been saying that for years.
Hey, all right. So on Sunday, we celebrated a 50th birthday, and no, it wasn't Fernando's, and no, it wasn't Shadow's, but that's a couple years from now. But Tomorrowland Terrence, or TLT, or whatever you want to call it, celebrated its 50th birthday on Sunday.
Yes, that's crazy.
50 years of making music
And going up and
and
down.
going up and down. I liked seeing some pictures. There was a lot of pictures being posted that had, before the seating and everything was there, where it was just the stage and everything all around it was open, and you could
Yeah.
just see it like a sea of people around the stage, because all that seating, like where we sit, and all that seating, and that wall wasn't there,
Right.
and it was all open and cool looking, and it was really awesome.
And seeing bands in the afternoon was fun. Sitting there eating your hot dog and french fries and watching the band.
And that's what I miss, because
Exactly.
you used to have bands in the afternoon, and then you had the bands at night, and they would.
Well, and then in a spell there, you had Videopolis, so you could bounce back and forth.
Exactly.
I think that's what we used to do.
Yeah, we did do that.
I'm talking about bouncing.
I think we still do.
Gummy bears.
No, but it was cool because then at night, we'll go somewhere, maybe ride some rides, and then every time we come back, they cleared the seating area so people can dance at night, and whatever band was playing, like, Galaxka or our favorite band Voyager, great times.
All right, because a lot of people don't remember that right there in front of the stage, they used to have seating there.
Yes.
Right.
So a lot of people don't remember that. So there was actually used to be. You think about that, you wouldn't have had that seating around the stage in the backside, but you had seating there in the front. But I mean, at some point, it had just been the logistics of having to.
Well,
move
that's
the
what they did. They moved the seating.
Yeah, the seating.
to the
They just moved it
backside.
to the backside.
That's where we sat.
Not of water though.
No,
Not a
the
water.
Although that would be cool if there was a waterfall right there.
Ooh,
But then it wouldn't be Tomorrowland.
no.
There's no water.
They should have had Tomorrowland Terrence in Adventureland, because then they could have had a waterfall. And then also, besides Tomorrowland Terrence, it was also the 50 years ago that People Mover
Yeah.
and Carousel of Progress opened. They all opened the same day. Of course, those aren't around anymore, so we can't really
say
celebrate.
happy birthday.
Can't really say happy birthday to those, because unfortunately, they're not around anymore.
Does
Rest
that
in
mean they
peace.
died?
Yes. Yes. We could look up at the track for People
Cracks?
Mover.
Oh no.
Well, that too, cracks. There's cracks in the track from Rocket Rods, but we could look up at the track and say, "Hey, happy birthday!"
And rest in peace.
Exactly. And then we could look over at Launch Bay and Well, happy birthday to the building.
There you go.
There you go.
Because
Exactly.
the building was built for Carousel of Progress, so at least the building itself is 50 years old.
And still standing.
What, are you thinking about it?
I thought there was a restaurant in there too.
Oh, that's right. Well,
Yeah.
wasn't that just briefly?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think they built it for Carousel of Progress, but the restaurant was a placeholder.
That's what I was.
While Carousel of Progress was still being converted from the World's Fair.
That's what I was thinking right now. Wasn't there a restaurant?
Yeah,
there
was a restaurant in there, but it was like you eat there once, and then the next time you come back, it was gone already.
Okay.
So it's like the one in California Adventure, the Hollywood and Dine.
Yes.
I ate there once.
Yes. I don't know if we ate there. I know we went in there.
We went in there. That was about it, I think.
Well, I ate there once, and it was like, oh, there's different stuff you can eat in here.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
You mean the train?
Everybody will get their option of what they want to eat. And then the next time we went, gone.
Stage 12.
Oh.
Flynn's
You know what?
Arcade.
Yeah, see, I don't even remember that restaurant.
Yeah, because there was different places or different things to eat, and we
Like I
said
said-
we'll come back and eat,
Like
and
I
we
said,
never
like
did.
a food court.
Yeah,
It was like, yeah.
See, I don't even remember that.
The concept was neat.
It was.
I missed the train.
I did get ice cream there.
I got ice cream at the train, yeah.
Before Buena Vista Street,
Yeah.
they
There
had
was-
like
there
the
was a
ice
train
cream.
there.
They had the train, and then you go in there and you had ice cream, and you had the store.
Oh.
It was the same. It was just a train
Yeah.
facade instead of
Okay.
just a building.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
Fat time I had yesterday with my burnt, not hot dogs. They weren't burnt. They were just extra cooked.
You were going for the Cajun style.
Oh yeah, Fat Time in the Parks, and we got an announcement today about some more churros with more colors.
And probably no flavor still.
Well, you know what? Like I said earlier, we're going to talk about some cinnamon, and it does say here that these new churros, which are inspired by Cars 3, and they are available, of course, at Cars Land over at the Cozy Cone. So if you want to try these new churros, head over there. And yes, they are different flavors. I don't know what they're doing with these.
You got to use the cheesy term that they used in the post.
Which one?
Food and beverage offering cruise in the Cars Land. But
Yeah. There is something here that sounds pretty cool, but we're talking about the churros right now. They have 3 different colors.
And only one flavor.
And yes, exactly. One flavor.
Yeah, I don't understand why they went through all that trouble of doing the different flavor for the golden churro, having it be lemon flavored. Because, nothing says Pirates of the Caribbean 50th like lemon flavor.
Right?
Yeah.
What was the point of going through all the trouble of having the lemon flavored churro for Pirates of the Caribbean, but then when you do the lightsaber churros, they're just colored sugar, and then you do these ones, the 3 different colors here, and they're still just colored sugar.
It'd be cool, like a strawberry flavor and maybe like a blueberry flavor. Like,
Well, the perfect
like
thing,
the Otter Pops.
right? Well, the perfect thing I actually
Yeah.
thought about.
Otter Pops.
Well, the thing I thought about for with the lightsaber churros was red and blue. Ooh, blue raspberry and cherry, just like
There you go.
ices,
Exactly.
just like
There you go.
ices. And I'm like, ooh, that would have been great. But no, it's just colored.
Well, hey, these ones, speaking of your lightsaber churros, these are just like those. They are red or blue, and speaking of the golden churro, yellow.
Right.
But they do have the colored sugar and with the cinnamon sugar taste, and here it says, and love. So my thing is did the lightsaber churro have the cinnamon sugar? Because I didn't have that. Or was
Yeah,
it
it was.
Isn't that just a churro?
No,
Yeah.
but did it have the cinnamon? Because the
Okay.
golden one didn't have cinnamon.
No, it
Well,
was.
no, the golden one doesn't.
So
But
I
it
don't
had
know.
Fruity Pebbles.
I don't know what the lightsaber had. What did it have the
No,
cinnamon?
I never had one. Dirk.
It had the cinnamon, right? Yeah, it had the cinnamon. It was the cinnamon just with the colored sugar on top.
Okay, because I mean, like I'm saying, because I just thought it was just blue sugar.
And it basically was the blue. It was just basically a churro with the cinnamon that's been dipped into the blue sugar, the same blue sugar that was on top of your shaved ice,
Okay, so
right down to having the stars. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this has the stars. This one picture of the yellow one from far away, it looks like corn.
yeah, it does.
I want the main
Speaking of corn, okay, a couple of cones over. You're a cone. You'll find the Champions Corn Cup. So is this basically a deconstructed elote?
That's what people are saying. Elote in a cup.
Elote in a cup. So
That's why that churro looks like a piece of corn. You just have to make the elote.
right. That's what this picture is right here. The picture is the elote in a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got your Champions Corn Cup, a.k.a. elote in a cup, and it's a corn topped with lime, cotija cheese, mayonnaise, and spicy, how do you say that?
Tahini.
Tahini way.
What?
He's be cashing in on that tahini craze.
I know.
For real.
¿Qué? ¿Cómo?
And the cotija cheese. It smells, though. That's all right.
But, so we got that, and then over at Flo's, I actually would get this because usually the stuff, I don't really like the stuff at Flo's, but these burritos look good. They're probably not as good as anything over there at the Mexican place, though, so I don't know. But we got a spicy breakfast burrito. It's a red flour tortilla filled with scrambled eggs, chorizo, savory potatoes, tomatillo salsa, and sour cream. And you can get it either parked, a.k.a. wet, or on the road, a.k.a. dry. I don't... I'm leaving. I don't understand. Why not just... Why do you...
That's a car theme.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why is it wet if it's parked, or because you can't drive while you're wet? I don't know. I mean, so basically you can get it as a wet burrito, or, to you out there, burrito mojado. Or you can get it non-mojado on the road. So... And then once you make it wet, there's no reason for the tortilla to even be red anymore because you're just covering the tortilla up. But I'd eat it because you know what? I don't know. I don't think it's the same breakfast burrito that they had at the 24-hour party. That was bomb because I got down on that like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he did.
And that was really good. But I don't think it's the same one because I don't remember that one having tomatillo salsa. But it was definitely scrambled eggs and chorizo with potatoes. So it's very similar to the one that they had at the 24-hour party. Now, there is also a Cool Dynaco Blue Shake.
Ooh.
Now, this seems pretty good. And I'll see these. I'll get to that in a second. It's a blue raspberry shake topped with glittering yellow sprinkles. And, well, that's the sugar crystals, which is basically probably the sugar crystals from the churros.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these offerings will be available until September 10th, which is interesting.
I know, huh?
Why September 10th? I don't know. Why not Labor Day weekend? Why not August 20th? Why not August 21st? I still maintain something's going to happen on August 21st.
Okay.
So, yeah, go check it out and get wet.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so we've been talking about D23 a lot, of course, with it coming up. We are down to the countdown.
Yes, we are.
What are we like? Are we a week and a half away?
Something like that.
Is that the 22nd or the 15th?
No,
or
the week of the 10th, so it's not this coming week, and the next week.
Okay, so it starts the 13th.
No, 14th. 14, 15, 16.
Oh, 14th. Why was I thinking it was on Thursday? I don't know.
That's Comic-Con.
Oh, right. Right, yeah, so we're a week and a half away, less than a week and a half away from D23. And, well, if you were planning on getting them 3-day tickets, sorry, Charlie.
You snooze, you lose.
Exactly, they are gone.
G-O-N.
G-O-N-Z.
Yes, Gonza.
Gonz. So, you're out of luck. I think there's, still 1-day tickets left for Friday and Sunday?
Yes.
So... if you want to get Friday and maybe get a chance to get into that Legends panel or any of the other cool panels going on Friday, or if you want to get a Sunday ticket just so you can go to the cool Alan Menken concert or something like that, you still have a chance at that, but I wouldn't rule out Friday at least selling out by next Thursday.
Soon.
Maybe even by our next week's podcast, so we'll have to see what happens. But for now, if you had any entertains of going for the whole weekend. Bye. Also, in the D23 news, we got the reveal about, first of all, that will be available at D23 and supposedly in the park, but I don't know where, is a DuckTales 30th anniversary poster with art done by one of the actual Disney artists who has worked on the old, more recent DuckTales comic. I think his name is Mike Peraza, I think his name is.
That sounds familiar.
Okay. I didn't have the article ready for that, but I did.
No, I was thinking about the baseball player.
Mike Piazza?
Yeah, Mike Peraza. He is one of the Disney... He does the works on the Disney comics, but he has done a special poster commemorating the 30th anniversary of the original DuckTales cartoon. It depicts the new DuckTales meeting up with the new DuckTales characters on a scary staircase.
Now,
so,
is this a giveaway? Is it
no, it'll be for sale. It'll be a cool...
Make more money.
Well, obviously. It's going to be a nice lithograph or nice art print that will be available for sale at D23 and supposedly also in Disneyland. So hopefully if it's available in Disneyland, I will be able to get it, and then I can
It might be easier to get it at Disneyland than at D23.
Probably. Well, I mean, for me, because otherwise, if it's in the Dream Store, it's something I could easily tell any of you guys who are going, can you pick this up for me? But if it's in the Disney Store, then no, I wouldn't. There's no way I'm going to get it. Anybody's going to get it because nobody's going to want to go to the Disney Store. The Dream Store, yeah, but
the one at the convention.
Right, because you have the two stores. Yeah. But so that's cool. And then also today, or was that yesterday? That was yesterday. They posted about the Through the Years collections, which will be celebrating key milestones at Disney parks, such as Pirates of the Caribbean 50th anniversary, Space Mountain's 40th, Epcot's 35th, and Star Tours 30th. So those will consist of various posters and t-shirts, vinylmations, pins, cell phone cases, basically all kinds of merchandise you can think of will be available for the different things. Like, for example, Star Tours, you have a shirt, you have a hat, you have a pin, you have a tumbler, a coffee mug, vinylmations. So, yeah, with all these items, like I said, Epcot, Star Tours, Space Mountain, and Pirates will all have merchandise in conjunction with this Through the Years collection.
Some of the stuff looks pretty cool.
I like a lot of it. One of my favorite things is the Epcot stuff with the early 80s arcade game look to it. Have you seen any of this stuff?
No, I missed it.
It does look like,
that's the Epcot stuff. See what I mean? It's got kind of a Atari, Atari cartridge packaging look to it.
Got a Muppets feel.
Now, I like the Star Tours is all very dark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I like the art too. Oh, that's
the pirate stuff looks like an old horror movie poster. I kind of like that. They make fat kid sizes.
So yeah, they're gonna have all the stuff on different various things. Then of course you'll also, like I said, there'll be various posters and everything available. That will all be at the Disney Dream Store, so you won't have to stand in a stupid line to get to. Now, the vinylmations, that I'm not sure about. Vinylmations are usually almost always at the Disney Store.
No, they had the vinylmations last time at the.
That's right. They did have Dream. They did have the more not as limited ones.
Right.
That's true. They do have vinylmations at both stores.
I think last time was the Marvel ones that were really popular.
Oh, right. Yes, I remember now. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so they will have vinylmations for each of those. Actually, I don't see any Space Mountain vinylmations, but they definitely have Pirates vinylmations and Star Tours vinylmations, and they will have individual pins will have an edition size of 1,000, and then the jumbo size pins will have an edition size of 500.
Yeah, those are gone.
Yes, basically. Although you say that, and last time, well, I don't remember what pins they were. They had the jumbo pins, and there were still quite a few of them because they were like $100 and something.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the price. I think the price didn't make them sell as fast. So if you're willing to spend $100 for a pin, then well,
I think it's different. Like if Disneyland was today, this pin comes out, it's $100. They want it, but when you're going there, you have a lot of things to choose from.
True, yeah.
I can buy 2 of these for this
for the
price.
price of 1 pin.
Exactly.
That's probably all of those shirts.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's actually some of the cooler merchandise I've seen announced so far.
Actually, I think you're right. Every time I visited the Dream Store, I've always tended to go at the end of the day. And just because I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but you end up finding, oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, there's a couple items I remember that I wanted real bad, and I wanted to make sure I got in there and not ran out, so I stood in the line. But then at the end of the second day or something, or at the end of the first day, you could easily go into the Dream Store at the end of the day when there's no line, and then you have more time to look around and decide whether or not you want that
$1 pin.
I was thinking for me particularly. I went into the Dream Store 3 times at the last D23, and I kept wanting and considering. They had a lithograph, or they had an art print of Ben and Me from the little short with the mouse of Ben and Me, and I really wanted it, and I just kept no, I already spent all this money on this other stuff. It just depends on what you got going on, but you can always go in there and there's always stuff going on. They don't sell out of things as quickly as, say, like the Disney Store does. So.
No, they still had a lot of stuff.
It's just some of the Vinylmations. If we'll have more of a limited run, and if you really want those, you got to get in there first thing. But otherwise, a lot of the other stuff has such a big run on them, you don't have to worry about them selling out. So the Dream Store stuff is really, really better for that. And there will be additional previews coming. It says in the coming weeks. I'm like, what? There's no weeks. It's the next week. So I don't know if they must have wrote this post like before.
Yeah.
This came out yesterday, so it's like, okay, well, yeah. So look for more reveals from the Dream Store coming up in the next week, probably.
If you're on the cheap, that's where the pressed pennies are.
Oh yeah,
always the pressed pennies for that particular expo.
Yeah, I got those last time.
I think that's all I bought. That's all money I had left.
Another big thing for anybody that's never been to D23 is that if you've always missed the guy doing the art there at the gallery, or they don't do the art over there at in the Emporium anymore, or does the guy still sit there and do art
where the watches are?
Yeah,
I think they do that.
Okay. Either way, if you ever miss those, there is a guy. I think there is a constant rotation of artists in the Disney Dream Store doing either custom. You can get the custom art done right there for you. They'll do it, and then you have to come back for it or whatever. Or they always have a huge assortment of pre-made ones that are done.
Oh, yeah, that I've seen.
Yeah. But it's basically the same as the guy who's there at the back of the gallery.
Right.
But they're there all day rotating. And then, of course, I think they said they were still going to announce that outside the Dream Store, they always have like autographs and stuff for like artists and other talent and stuff. But
I think there's going to be some authors there.
Yeah.
Right. So
there's a lot of books that come up.
Yeah, and the next week we should get the schedule for that, and hopefully by next week's podcast we'll be able to give you guys that rundown.
Have you heard anything about an app?
Oh yes, I have heard it. Something that they are still working on it because they're still working on putting the schedules up.
Okay.
So the app, I'm going to say next week.
Okay.
Be out by next week.
I don't really expect the app to be ready until they have the schedule ready.
Yeah, but I did see something online, and someone asked someone at D23, and that's what they said.
Okay. Yeah, I've been looking for that. I've had them for the previous ones, and it helps out a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Because it should be the same. The 2015 app should just update to the 2017.
You can't even find that. I couldn't even find that on the.
Well, it's not available unless you already had it before.
Oh, okay.
Like we both have it on our phone still. So
2 years ago, good for you.
Yeah. All right, for news that's not D23 related, but has to do with San Diego ComicCon, which we seem to forget about because we got D23 coming up the weekend before that. And, well, we got the announcement that Last Jedi will not be at San Diego ComicCon, much to the chagrin of people going to San Diego ComicCon and not D23. But it's no surprise here because I've been saying way back whenever it was we announced that. When was it that we heard that D23 was going to be in July?
Oh, a while back.
It was a long time ago.
Whenever that was, way back when they announced that D23 was going to be in July, the weekend before San Diego Comic-Con, I said there's no way that they're going to have a full complete batch of stuff to show at D23 and then at San Diego Comic-Con. Somebody's going to get left standing with nothing, and it's either going to be they're not going to have Star Wars, they're not going to have Marvel, they're not going to have both, or something. Well, we got the confirmation. No surprise to me, of course, that Last Jedi, basically, there will be no... Well, were very specific that there'd be no Last Jedi at Comic-Con. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to get any kind of announcement regarding Richie Cunningham and the Millennium Falcon.
You mean Opie. Get it right. You mean
Opie.
Yeah.
Opie Cunningham and the Adventures of the Millennium Falcon. There's no guarantee we're not going to get any kind of announcement about that, although I would expect that kind of something like that at D23, but they were very specific that there would be no Last Jedi at Comic-Con, so that doesn't mean that we're not going to get some sort of announcement about that, or some sort of announcement about Episode 9, or some sort of announcement about the third standalone movie, although with the issues that they've had with the first two standalone movies, who knows if they'll even still try to do standalone movies after Han Solo, so I'd be really surprised if they tried. I mean, they're very persistent, but they need to get their crap together when it comes to the standalones. That's for dang sure, especially when it comes to figuring out how much freedom they want to give directors, but that's a whole nother Oprah. So they were very specific, so there is always possibilities that we're going to get some sort of announcement. Obviously, there was no specification about Marvel, so they may split up announcements between D23 and Comic-Con about Marvel, but it's just a wait and see, and we'll find out if there's any kind of announcements between now and week after next when San Diego Comic-Con is. But we did get an announcement that was a little surprising because we know that DuckTales is going to be at D23, but the only thing that we know is that there's going to be a screening, but there was no announcement about any of the cast being there that I know of. But if there was, and it was kind of left vague, then it's rather surprising that they left the people showing up to the panel at D23 vague, but yet they come out and specifically say the cast and crew of DuckTales will participate in a panel on July 21st at 3:30 p.m. at San Diego Comic-Con. It doesn't say where this will be, but I believe from what another article I read, I think they said this was Ballroom 20, but don't quote me on that. But we do know for sure that from the post that we will get all of the major voices, at least 2 out of the 3 nephews, Launchpad, Webgale, and of course the Doctor himself, Scrooge McDuck.
The 10th Doctor,
David Tennant, will be at San Diego Comic-Con in the panel for the DuckTales, and of course the creators and stuff will be there also. So we don't know if any of them are going to be at D23 a week earlier because there was no official announcement, but we do know that they will be at San Diego Comic-Con. And just real quick for Whovians out there, I just want to say that this means that you will have 2 doctors at San Diego Comic-Con because it's already been confirmed that Peter Capaldi will be in the Doctor Who panel. So you will have 2 doctors on site at Comic-Con.
Did you say Peruvians?
No, but they do have good food.
Oh, okay.
You need 2 doctors, one for that second opinion.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
You got to pay him too?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way.
I don't know. They're both Scottish, so they probably don't take much. Now, obviously, we've been telling you guys about Forces of Destiny, the new little shorts that were going to be coming out. We have now had, as of today is Wednesday the 5th, we have had 3 shorts come out. Now, we know from what they were saying that you said how many were supposed to?
I believe 9. Oh, well, up until the 9th.
By the 9th, when they come on TV, there should be how many?
I want to say 18? 16? 16?
16 shorts?
I think 16.
Well, that's a lot of them that they have to churn out in the next few days then, because they've only...
Well, they weren't going to be all of them. They were going to do one a day until the 9th.
Oh, okay.
The rest of them were going to show on TV, I think, in the fall.
Right, okay. So they're just kind of being split up and stuff, but...
It was announced on July 3rd the first 8 shorts will start to be released, with a new short being released each day on YouTube until July 9th, when the first 8 shorts will be released on Disney Channel. Later in the year, more episodes are set to be released.
There we go.
And that is from the Star Wars Wiki.
Cool.
You're a wiki.
Whoa. As long as you're not winky. Oh. So the first 3, at least by as of today, have aired. We've had 2 about Rey, and the third one today was featuring Princess Leia and some Ewoks. So make sure if you guys haven't seen those, go check it out. And just a little thing, you don't know how much BB-8 weighs, so shut up. Just real quick, also, I don't know if anybody out there was going to be attending Star Wars Night on the 7th at Dodger Stadium. Anyways, the day this podcast comes out is Star Wars Night at Dodger Stadium, and the director of Episode 8, Rian Johnson, will be throwing out the first pitch.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Well, that's
He
really
announced that on his Twitter on Monday, and he said, legit more nervous about this than the premiere of the movie. Come on down and say hi, because if this goes badly, it may be the last time I'm ever seen in public.
You got to get that ball over the plate. That's the problem.
He couldn't be any worse than Baba Booey.
Or that one girl and Kanye.
There you go. Kanye's a joke. Now we're going to talk about someone that we talked about earlier. Well, not Fernando, but someone is
Dirty.
No, not Fernando. Someone or something like that is turning 100. And we talked about that earlier. And no, it's not Shadow. MousePIRE will be hitting 100 episodes soon. And I believe our 100th episode will come out on August 10th.
Sometime around that time, our 100th episode will come out. We are planning, conspiring.
Yes, I like that word.
This guy obviously has some ideas which he hasn't yet shared with his co-host.
No, I haven't.
That he needs to share.
I shared with Dan already, though.
That's not fair.
We were hanging out the other day.
That's super dirty right there. He needs to share. And I've expressed a couple things to him. I've been saying things for a long time. I'd like to get some guests on and maybe get some interviews or something, or have a extra.
Extra.
Because with it having been a couple weeks after D23 and Comic-Con, we shouldn't have to worry about having any Comic-Con and D23 news. Especially with me not being there, we're not going to have a big old long. It shouldn't take 3 episodes to get through D23 this time, since we won't have as much on-site reporting as what we did last time. We definitely want to have a nice full surprise and coolness episode for you guys.
Yes, lots of coolness.
Lots of coolness.
It's with my thoughts in my head. That's what's going on, and no, I haven't told this guy because I didn't feel like texting all this crap to him. So
that's understandable.
Texting takes work.
Yes, it does.
That's understandable.
So yeah, I have a lot of plans going on, and I need to get in contact with some people.
Whoa.
So yeah, I'll get to more on that later.
Right.
We're inviting the redhead.
Yeah.
Me too.
Me too.
We wants the redhead.
We want the redhead as a pirate.
So yeah,
as long as I don't get rid of the bald-headed guy that shakes his head, I kind of like that guy.
I don't think they're gonna change any of those guys that are on the right. They're just
They
gonna
need to shoot too.
They're just
mad at that.
Yeah, they're just gonna change what they say. That's about it.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's gonna shake his head at.
Guaranteed there will be no shift your cargo, dearie. Show them your larboard side.
No, maybe that fits. Like cargo now being the stuff they bring.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that.
Because in the concept art, she is...
It makes it turn around a lot quicker because you don't have to change the audio.
True, because in the concept art, she is carrying merchandise.
There you go, yeah.
So she's obviously the first one bringing it up.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Quick turnaround.
And they could still say they want the redhead. I mean, she's, a sexy pirate.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure they might keep that audio in there.
That's why it's stupid that a lot of people are assuming that all that stuff's going to go away but it's still within context.
Yeah,
we won't know it until we see it, and then
that's what happens.
Can't do anything about it anyway.
That's what happens when you have thousands of people on the internet with nothing else to do except for complain. So
And you won't know it until you hear our 100th episode if the Redhead will be on the show that day. So keep tuned.
Surprise guest.
Yeah, keep tuned for that. And we, like I said, we do have some ideas going around what we want to do.
Spoiler, it's not going to be the Redhead, but it may be a redhead.
That's what I was thinking. We can surely find a redhead.
With a pirate costume.
Shadow in a wig.
Hey. Put on a corset. You know how hard it is to put on a corset?
She had the red shirt on already. So
who's saying anything about a wig?
I know you've got friends that have corsets that make that.
Yes, I do.
There you go.
I was thinking we just drug him and dye his hair.
who, Ray?
Hey, we should have him on a guest and talk about food.
Ooh, food. Yeah, another thing too. We need to get a caterer for this event.
Taco Man.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'll talk to Fernando about that. So yeah, 100th episode is coming up, and hopefully we can do a lot of partying over here. We're gonna have some fat times going on and stuff like that. It's gonna be like a podcast party in the hotel. There you go.
Exactly.
It's going to be the unedited version.
If anybody,
bunch of microphones on a table.
Right. If anybody has any ideas or anything or input on the 100th episode, email us mousepire@gmail.com. Subject line mousepire100, or you could let us know on social media, especially on Twitter. You could just do the hashtag mousepire100.
There you go. In order for us to have a successful 100th show, you can help us with that by going to patreon.com/mousepire and donating there. Help support the podcast and help support MousePIRE 100. There you go.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not.
Corset.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not too late that if you pledge that $75 to be the guest on that show.
There you go. And just for reference, no, Dan did not pay $75 to be here tonight.
I paid for the whole corn dog.
There you go.
$3.
I was just about to say it. That's better than $3.
So yeah, patreon.com/mousepire. Help support the podcast. Head over there. As we mentioned before, we have some new rewards and hopefully more coming soon. I'm working on some other rewards that have some ideas. So hopefully those will come into fruition. Whoa.
Ooh, big word.
Exactly.
Whoa. Yes, and coming up on episode 100 and our 2-year anniversary, we definitely need some money because some of our equipment is starting to die and have some issues.
Kind of like People Mover.
Exactly. It's definitely got some cracks in it.
There you go.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't hear.
See?
Talk.
There it goes.
See?
Exactly.
That's why he never talks.
Or you want to see me in a corset, pay $100 and we'll have a picture together.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
He already said it. If it's on radio,
You got to buy me some rum then.
And I want to do
Put that on the internet and it's true.
I want to do a
Everything's
quick,
true.
That's not PC.
a quick shout out to Michael the Mail Guy who set up a GoFundMe. He set up a GoFundMe to help him get a deluxe pass. Now,
I thought he wanted a deluxe cheeseburger.
that's why I tried to send him $1.
Wait.
But
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on a second. You mean he set up that GoFundMe just to get a deluxe?
yes,
I thought that he set up the GoFundMe at least so he could jump all the way up to at least a signature. God, what's the point even?
well,
No parking.
I know he still doesn't get parking.
well, he does get parking because he already has it on. But yeah, he set up GoFundMe. I did try to put $1, and they said it has to be at least $5.
Oh.
Dirty.
He spit the $1 back out.
Exactly. So
The
like,
deluxe cheeseburger is cheaper.
So yeah, if you guys want to donate and help Michael get a deluxe pass, check out his GoFundMe.
So he can have more events.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
All right, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel. Check out MousePIRE Podcast on YouTube. There you'll see videos of stuff. Yeah, we got Autopia video up. We have a video of the flag retreat ceremony, which is really, really cool. We love going to that and checking that out often. And there's the video of the walkway through Big Thunder Trail. So go over to YouTube, check that out. Just search MousePIRE Podcast, subscribe, check out the videos, like, and all that jazz. Did you subscribe to our channel?
I know, but I've watched a lot of the videos.
Fire.
Including the one on how to use the new Fast Pass system.
Oh, yes. That one, too.
That was a good one.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
My 2 kids, aged 11 and 8, use the Fast Pass system. with no problem.
Well, there you go.
No problem.
And people,
I almost want to say, if you can't figure out how to use that FastPass system,
you're stupid. And thank you for at least promoting our video as opposed to other people who promote other people's videos. Michael, dirty.
I should do that right now.
Subscribe.
Yeah. All it takes is one click.
So, real quick, speaking about stupid.
What'd she do now?
Yes, how'd you know it was me? Well, you know me, I forget things, so I'm trying to remember because some guy over here called me stupid at Disneyland the other day.
Somebody at Disneyland called you stupid? Somebody you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was for.
The popcorn bucket.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because I forgot my popcorn bucket.
Twice.
I did offer you popcorn.
The last 2 times I went, I forgot to take the popcorn bucket.
It happens.
And so we made up with Dan the Man over here, and he has his popcorn bucket hanging on his backpack. And I was like, oh, man. I go, you know what? This is the second time I forgot my bucket. He says, well, you're stupid.
You're welcome.
So, then Shadow says, hey, maybe when you get home, you should put it in your backpack.
I don't think he did yet.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, last time we went, we forgot the popcorn bucket, but I think that's the only time that we've forgotten.
No, I got him back because the last time we were there and it closed down the park, I forgot the popcorn bucket. And I think he told me, you're stupid. I was just kind of getting back at him.
Turn around is fair play, I suppose.
I guess so. Yeah, he did offer me, but I just didn't feel like eating popcorn.
And just a reminder, while we're talking about popcorn buckets, those popcorn bucket refills will be expiring on the 31st.
And they are sold out. I saw somebody ask for one the other day.
Well, no, actually, they stopped selling them.
Oh, stopped selling them.
Yeah, we posted that.
I missed that.
June 25th was the last day to buy it.
There we go.
So, yeah. Refills are going to be done
I thought they
soon.
sold out before that.
They did. The Disneyland one sold out before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever it was.
But they had the California Adventure one still.
Right.
I was only part wrong. Okay.
Yeah, whenever it was, I think it was like 2 weeks before that, I had reported that a cast member had told me that they had sold out park-wide.
Yeah, that I saw.
And but then the DCA ones...
They still had it.
Which they came out later, to be fair. They still had them probably all the way. They had those still available all the way to the 25th.
because I didn't hear anything about those being sold out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected those to
I
have
never
sold
heard about
out.
that one. The Main Street one, yeah.
Yeah.
The Main Street one,
Right.
yeah. Not the...
I didn't really expect the DCA, the Summer of Heroes ones, to sell out. But I wouldn't have been surprised if they did, but I didn't expect them to, just because of the fact that they came out almost a whole month after the Electrical Bread ones did. So,
hey, maybe August 21st will be the last day you can get the refill for that bucket. Just kidding.
No, that's the day that they're going to take down the trolley wires and Paint the Night's going to come to DCA.
We're not talking about that.
I know.
All right, you crazy people out there. Let me reach into the little bag I have next to me. Hold on. Oh, wait, again.
That's your Wiener Schnitzel
I
bag.
know. I always forget the milk bag. Oh, here it is. All right, guys. Here it goes. Ready? Here we got, what, 1 mail?
Well, actually, we got 2 emails from Nancy. She's trying to catch up.
Wait, we got 2 emails, or we got 2 emails with Nancy?
Huh?
We have 2 emails from Nancy.
As I said.
Oh, okay.
From Nancy.
Wait, we had one from her last week, didn't we?
Yeah, she's still catching
so
up.
She's doing 2 emails in one week.
She sent this on the 29th.
I see.
So,
I still give her props for going through and listening to the old
Yeah,
news.
she's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Why, you didn't do it?
Nope.
Dirty.
The jokes are there, but the news is like, that's old. That already happened. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that happened already. Never mind. What are you going to do?
You know what? I gotta say, you should at least go back and listen to the D23 ones.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them. And the very first episode.
Now, the first episode I did listen to.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I started.
Okay.
Yeah, I got through about 4 or 5, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to start. Oh, that's old.
Oh,
news.
if you got through 4.
So I started fast forwarding through the old news, and then realized this takes a lot of time.
If you started on 4, if you got to leave through 4 or 5, you should have at least got through one of the D23 episodes. Because I think the D23 episodes were somewhere around that time.
I know I got through the first few.
all right, so she's starting at episode 93, Han Solo and his Hurricane Life. All right, Shadow made a reference to getting a Citizens button. How does one get an honorary Citizens of Disneyland button?
We have to be me.
You know what? To be honest, we don't even know because we were just standing there.
Well, when we got ours, the lady came by twice and looked at us. I was like, well, maybe she follows us because people do that. They'll look twice. And she goes, you guys are dressed very, very nice. I'm going to give you a citizen button. So we got it for nothing.
We got it for looking good.
Yeah,
we were just
we
standing
didn't have
there.
to pick up no trash.
My kids got one the day I met up with you when we got on Soren, the two brothers and Jose. There's a little game outside of I can't remember the store that has all the buttons and all the housewares in DCA. There's a little game outside you play with aliens.
Okay,
it's just there with the cast members, and my kids played, and that was the button that they were handing out, was the honorary citizen one.
Cool. Sometimes if they see you picking up trash or something, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, some little good deeds or something.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know what other reasons, unless they'll like see a little kid and say, "Oh, here you go," type of thing. But I don't think there's a requirement of getting that button unless you want to be like us and look good, and they just give it to you for that.
Yeah, I don't think having a bunch of pins and straws and maps in your pockets and looking like you have an earpiece, I don't think that gets you a citizen button.
All right, you mentioned a Castle Park gathering. What's the date, or is that to be determined? Yeah, it's still to be determined. I'm thinking we're going to do it in August. I'm thinking the first weekend in August now.
Since July's like almost over.
Yeah, because
it's a busy month.
Yeah, it is very busy, and Michael's has duty, so I'm going to say the first weekend in August 2nd, 3rd, whatever that first weekend is.
No, it's like the
4th.
6th. Or,
the 4th, 5th, that area.
So in other words, just before our 100th episode.
Yes, so we'll probably do it then. But yeah, I'll let you guys know, and I'll post that soon. Okay, she says, "What am I doing, a.k.a. why aren't you caught up yet?" Well, okay, so remember we asked her, that was from you.
Yeah, why she wasn't
right,
caught up
because
yet.
it seems like that by now she keeps coming forward and she keeps talking about once backwards. She should have been caught up a long time ago. I don't understand, unless she's jumping around or something,
she has duty.
or she's listening to the old ones and she stopped listening to the new ones and she just decided to go in order rather than jumping back and forth. I didn't understand what was happening.
Oh yeah.
All right, she says, "Well, I was trying to listen to the newest one and then going back to the old, but then I thought not to listen to the old, and then magically I get caught up. For some reason, I stopped listening. Was I busy? Working? Drunk?" It was all bad.
Bottles of rum,
right?
Oh, she says she started taking the bus. So now, as you can tell, I'm actually sending more emails because my ride into work allows more time to listen to MousePIRE. I may pull this off and get done before your 100th episode. So it's back to listening to the new episode first, then following up with the old. I hope I'm not fired.
No, she does listen to the new ones because she references stuff that you guys talked about.
Yeah,
she's things that you said to her, so she must be back and going.
Yeah, she's going back.
Right. It just at some point when she was coming forward in the old episodes, I thought that the episode should have overlapped with the very first new episode that she listened to. Because at some point, if you started here and you're moving up this way, I'm doing things with my hands for Dan that you can't really see. But whoa,
I'm moving.
Should we leave?
I mean, if you start,
I didn't know that.
Let's say, for example, that she started at episode 50, started listening to the podcast at around episode 50, and she was listening to the new ones then on. We know that if she started episode 1, that by the time she got to episode 59, she'd be caught up.
Yeah, that's all right. She was drunk and busy.
Episode 83, MousePIRE Flick. She says, "Disflix, I agree with you all. I'm not sure how they had planned to post things about Disney without Disney coming in and ending it. I once worked at a place that made concrete art, i.e. fountains, tables, gnomes, and they had a Snow White collection that looked like Disney's version of Snow White. One day, representatives, lawyers, and other men who I have no idea who they were from Disney came...
Top men.
Exactly. Came to the plant, kindly spoke to the owners. To make a long story short, the owners walked to the back after the owner's attorney showed up of the plant and had the workers sledgehammer all the modes associated with Snow White and then brought in a huge trash bins and dumped all the statues in the trash, making sure everything was broken. Everyone shook hands and parted ways.
At least there was no legal stuff, and they didn't get Kardashianed. You guys know about the thing with the doors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was more than the doors.
I just thought that kind of stuff doesn't happen in TJ. All the banks.
Exactly. All right, she says, "Autopia, can you send me the link? I was on MousePIRE on YouTube. I couldn't find it. Sure, I'll send it to you." Episode 84, Captain Fantasmic and the Red Dirt Jedi. Refurb Railroad, you're right. They're better not change the music. Have you ever noticed the BB hole in the glass?
Whoa.
As you start seeing the Grand Canyon on the ride. My kids and I always point it out when we get on the ride. I hope they don't fix it. Oh, interesting.
Well, we'll know in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, she says Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. If the Star Tours entrance at Disney World is any indication of the future Star Wars themed area at Disneyland, so she says it's going to kick ass and take names. You need to go to Disney World. If I ever win the lotto, I'll hook you up, MousePIRE crew, to a trip to Disney World. Yes, I will play the lotto. Ooh, yeah. I'll give you $1.
Well, I know where that dollar didn't go.
Whoa. Well,
Michael.
Exactly. Well, first of all, these guys are already going to Disney World in October, so, but I don't know if you guys are going to make it to Disney Studios, are you?
I think so.
So they'll be able to finally see one of the best facade areas that's not a land.
No invite.
Yeah.
Join the club, buddy.
All right, so her next email subject line almost there. Episode 94, The 2000 Man and His Happy Days. MousePIRE Meetup, I vote for Cosmic Bowling.
Yeah.
I actually like that idea. The idea of when the lanes open in downtown Disney is a really good idea.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. She says, Phantasmic, will they be changing Phantasmic when it returns? My answer to that is keep listening to our old episodes.
I was going to say, because we've been over that a couple times already, so yeah.
All right, episode 85, Esplanade Mountain. Nice episode. MousePIRE check-in is at the corn dog stands. Nice. General question, what's your favorite Disney memory? Also, if you were to plan a day for a first-time visitor, what would that day look like?
I don't know if I want to waste Disney memories on Disney MousePIRE's magical memories.
I'm going to say mine anyway. I'll talk about it later, but it's real quick. When I was in high school, I think.
Well, you are 100, so.
Yeah, it was either high school or just after high school. I went with some friends, and it was raining. So we had the best time because everyone left, and we were going on Thunder Mountain. We were going on everything in the rain, and it was really, really cool. It was fun. So that was one of my awesome memories. A Disney day, planning a Disney day for someone who's never went.
Weekday.
Yeah. Depending when it is, you decide whether or not to get a park hopper or not.
Right.
But of course,
if it's one of those shortened days,
right,
don't waste time with the park hopper.
Your best bet is to go into Disneyland first.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if anything, go over to DCA and get a Guardians Fast Pass or Racers Fast Pass and your World of Color Fast Pass, and then go back to Disneyland, get Fast Passes and do stuff over there, and then go back to DCA and just...
You're going to do a lot of walking.
Exactly.
Remember Michael's tips of the weeks when he says make sure you stay hydrated, pack some snacks.
Socks dirty.
Yeah, socks and underwear because they might get wet. You don't want no wet chonies. So, yeah.
Or burritos.
Stuff like that.
In your pants.
Be prepared when you get over there. And
I didn't think I'd actually say just... I think first time, just Disneyland.
Yeah.
Just to do it right. Get there early. If you can get there at rope drop, you can do almost all of Fantasyland.
Yeah.
In that first hour. You can knock that out.
Yeah, I agree. If you only have one day, definitely. If you're going to try and do Disneyland only, especially if you're with a kid.
Yeah.
Because the kids are going to enjoy much more, especially because you got to try and get all the dark rides and stuff and the kid rides. Definitely only do Disneyland. And if you have time, then you can mosey over to DCA and at least try and get in one of the major things that may not require a fast pass, like Soarin' or something like that.
Even the Guardians right now, the line hasn't been that long, and I've been on a couple of times already, just on a standby line. Don't discount the entertainment.
I mean, yeah, you got to plan your day. You have to at least the best thing to do, of course, download the Disney app.
Yeah, it's good.
And check out the wait times the days prior before you even go, just to get an idea what they're going to look like. And check out the entertainment and find out what times they are and say, oh, I'm going to go watch the Magical Map at this time.
Which we can't recommend enough.
Yes. I mean, we watched it on this Saturday when we were there. Or was it Sunday? I don't remember what day it was. Monday. Yeah.
Because even if you just need a half hour to sit down and relax, it's also a really great show.
Yeah, so check out the show.
It's a good spot, too, because it's all covered.
Right.
Yes, that's why we went over there. It was hot.
And you got Troubadour Tavern right there, which got some good eats.
Someone over there, when I walked by, was eating that bacon sauerkraut.
Ooh, bacon sauerkraut. I got to bring back the hashtag bacon sauerkraut.
So, yeah, plan your day like that. Check out the app and see what ride you actually really, really want to ride and what shows you really want to see. All right, episode 86, Johnny in the Sky with Fireworks. Bats Day. Which do you like better, Bats Day or Dapper Day?
I already know what they're both going to say.
I like both because Dapper is cool, and that's my era. I mean, I like the 30s and 40s when men were men and women were women. But I just like the whole look. But to me, when they did Bats Day and Dapper Day, I got to be both, so that was kind of cool. I love that. I would prefer that to be Dapper Goth, if you want to call it, or as Anthony called it, Bruce Wayne and Batman Day. But that was cool. But me, I like them both. You know, they're different days, but I would prefer them the same day because I can dress both.
I just want to point out real quick, though, that when was the last time you missed a Bats Day? Have you ever missed a Bats Day?
Just one.
Just one? But you've missed several Dapper Days.
He had no choice one time.
Well, yeah, one of them you had no choice.
We're not getting to that.
Yeah,
I had a choice, but see, the thing is,
because I know you've already missed one Dapper Day this year.
Yeah.
And you've gotten Dapper Days that you didn't even dress up. So
yeah, well, the other Dapper Days that I did not go to, one, I would forget about the days because before I was on Facebook, I was on MySpace back in the day. So I never had like the updates. And then two, I didn't really have friends at that time that I knew that dressed up during Dapper Day, so I didn't miss out on that. So I never knew when. But when I started knowing when, I always try to catch them all the time now.
I don't know. It's just whatever to me now because the last Dapper Day I didn't dress up because I was just, I don't know. I don't have time to wash clothes and take things to the dryer.
Plus, this guy over here is of the belief that he can't wear the same shirt twice to Dapper Day.
Right.
So he always has to go out and buy brand new clothes.
Yes.
For Dapper Day. So there's that, and you only have so much money to if a Dapper Day comes up on you and you don't got money to go on buy brand new clothes. Because I've known this guy to be like, the day before Dapper Day, I'm talking to him and I'm at the mall getting clothes for Dapper Day. I'm like, dude, it's tomorrow. I know.
I know.
Shirt, not that bad.
I always tell him, hey, let's go.
He needs
shopping.
a new shirt, new tie.
Wait. Let me just the shirt comes with the tie.
Oh, you got one of those packs.
Watch out. Okay.
Go to JCPenney and it comes with the tie. It's only like $25.
Bing, bang, boom.
But if it's on sale, it's like $17. So
right.
There you go.
But I always tell him, like, hey, let's go shopping this 2 weeks before it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. Huh? We should go. Yeah.
So, but, yeah, over the years, I've collected dress shirts, so I'm always lucky enough to have something. But if I want to change it up a little bit, or a different vest, or maybe a different tie, like the favorite.
Because you don't want to be put in the position where you're going to have to wear a vest over top of a T-shirt with jeans.
I'm just amazed they can find vests. Like, my size in the vest is...
Hey, Penny's got really good size for big guys.
Oh, but there's over the Montclair Mall, there's a place that has like 4X, 5X.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there we go.
That's where we go.
I had went to
it's so misleading, too, because I know I'm a big guy, but I'm not that big.
I found a vest at like a Casual Male or something. I had to pay like $80 for it, but, you know.
All right, so here's a good question, and it's for Anthony. How does Anthony decide who he is going to include at the end of the show? So for Gilbert, Ichabod, and Bombast, how do you decide that? I'm glad she caught on with that. I don't know how many people actually catch on with those, but yeah, good question. I like that question.
Obviously, you've been listening since the beginning, so anybody who's been listening since the beginning knows that we didn't always do that. It actually started as an accident one day because was it the Bryan Cranston?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember how I started it, but I decided one day that to start saying the three names, but related to the show originally. But then one day I was reading an article, and it was when Bryan Cranston was announced that he was going to be playing Zoltar in the new Power Rangers movie. And I was reading that, and then just for no reason, I included him in the sign-off at the end. And then you were like, Bryan Cranston.
That's what I said at
and
the
then
end.
that's why that episode ended up being called Bryan Cranston.
And I believe it's one of our highest downloaded episodes.
Right.
What number was that?
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
I know I listened to it.
But
I was there
after that, it just became almost an inside joke to start including something that had nothing to do with the episode if it was something that I had read or something I had experienced during the day. But then at some point, if I don't have any random thing, it's a connection of 3 characters, whether it's like let's say, for example, when Adam West died, we didn't talk about it on the show, but my sign-off was 3 Adam West characters or something similar to that.
Or the Dodger episode when we talked about the Dodgers.
Right, or the Dodger episode where I named 3 Dodgers, or it could be something related to something like 3 characters that are related, or it could just be like 3 totally random things that I just thought of. So really, it's just out of my head.
That was episode 46, Bryan Cranston.
Okay. Wow, so yeah, that's been going on a long time then.
That was over a year ago.
Yeah. I've been listening. I know I heard that one, so listened at least that long.
So, I mean, I would actually have to go back and determine which episode was that I started doing the 3 names.
That takes a lot of work.
Because originally I didn't even do the Until Next Time Remember thing, which obviously I stole that kind of from Comic Book Men.
Yeah.
The whole sign-off I kind of stole from
Kevin
Comic
Smith,
Book Men. But the whole idea of doing the Until Next Time Remember and then doing almost like a tip of the day type thing, or like a tongue-in-cheek type tip of the day, and then doing so for blah, 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 blah. I don't remember exactly how that started, but it was sometime around the Bryan Cranston episode, and it was definitely the Bryan Cranston was the first time I ever included a name that was totally inexplicable.
Yes. And it's been catching on since then, and that's pretty cool that she caught on to that. I like that. Well, thank you for your emails, Nancy. We are glad that you're catching up, and have a good trip on the bus while you're listening to us.
Real quick, too, another thing that kind of was the inspiration for that whole thing was that I listened to fantasy football podcasts, and the CBS fantasy football podcasts, one of their things that they have that their people that listen to that podcast do is that they'll write in and they'll say, "Dear so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so," and it's like 3 random names, and then the fantasy football podcasters will look it up right there because they obviously do it live, but then release it. But they'll look it up and they'll be like, "Oh, that's from whatever." Because 9 times out of 10 they don't know it, because I don't know what I don't think any of those guys are into any kind of fandom, and they don't know the things half the time. But plus, they don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, which it totally is.
Since it happens on Christmas?
I disagree. All right, so next email is from Michael. Here it says, the sick mail guy.
Dirty.
All right, Michael the sick mail.
Pregnant.
Michael the sick mail guy here. Sorry for the short email. I am really sick today. The Dirty Award. The Dirty Award goes to Disney drama in July. So much drama going on around the Disney social medias. Get over it and move on. Glad my group is not drama.
No comment.
Question. What merchandise do you think they will come out with when Fantasmic comes back?
It's a weird
Haven't
question.
they already released some Fantasmic?
The only one's that one shirt.
Okay.
But they'll probably have another shirt, another hat, tumblers.
A leather hat?
Yeah, $130 leather hat, and probably some glowing things with bubbles.
I hadn't even thought about it. It's a really random, weird question. I don't know what website that had rumors about it that he might have got that off of, but I don't know. I mean, the usual stuff. I mean, same thing they've always had. I don't really expect them to come out with anything extra.
Then maybe they'll start promoting that the dragon sipper again.
Or the Chernobog cup.
Oh, the Chernobog?
Right.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, you might get a return of the Chernobog cup, but it's not
the
glow thing. It's not glow anymore. It might be solid now. It might be like gray, and it might actually look like Chernobog, which would be cool. I would actually get it if they did re-release it as that.
Maybe with just a purple lighting, but a light gray to it.
Right, something like that. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, sure, it's your normal stuff. I mean, you might see an extra emphasis in merchandise on the new scenes, like Pirates of the Caribbean. or Aladdin or Lion King. You might see extra emphasis, if you want to put it that way.
Did you say emphasis?
Maybe on those new scenes or something like that. But otherwise, I mean, I don't see any reason to assume that there might be anything different that's coming out. It's just Fantasmic coming back, and they've never really. I don't think they're going to push the whole Fantasmic 2.0 thing as on the merchandise.
No.
So there's no reason to really have anything that pushing that. Might get a new pin. That's about it.
Maybe we'll get a churro at some point.
Purple churro.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking colors: the purple,
colors.
Yellow, and orange.
I was thinking the same ones from the Cars Land. Just move them over there.
What items from other Disney parks would you like to see show up at Disneyland? I.e., popcorn buckets, pins, Disney items.
Don't get me started. Half of the stuff that they sell in Japan
and Florida,
they don't hardly have anything good over there. It's Japan has
Chernobog is always in Florida. I want Chernobog merchandise, pins, buttons, popcorn buckets.
Don't you miss that villain store?
Yeah,
the one that used to
that
be
was
by
pretty
the
cool.
Yeah. Out here, I never paid attention. Do they sell they have the March Madness shirts between the rides? Do they sell those over here too?
They only sold them in the Disney store, and you had to go online and buy those.
Yeah. But Japan,
cool in the parks. Some of those designs are pretty cool.
But the Asian Disney parks get some of the coolest merchandise, and I think it's because of the fact that obviously they're not owned by Disney, so I think that they have a little bit more freedom to decide what they want, because they've gotten some of the best. I mean, they've had a lot of really good sippers and popcorn buckets.
Oh yeah, that Tron bucket.
Tron sipper and popcorn bucket. Yeah,
that is nice.
Don't even get me started on that. And then Disney Sea has had a bunch of cool merchandise. Tokyo Disneyland has had a ton of good merchandise. I mean, I talked about at Easter time, Tokyo Disneyland had a bunch of plush eggs that looked like Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps, and they've had so much cool merchandise over at the Asian Disney parks. It's just, here I am over here hoping to get a Death Star popcorn bucket, which never happened.
No. All right, here's this random question: what is the oldest Disney item you have?
The 1968 Haunted Mansion album original.
I'm jealous.
Which color cover is that?
You always ask that. Every time he brings it up, you're like, oh, yeah, you're right. Every time. It's like the fourth time you ask that.
And I show you the picture, you're like, oh, okay.
Because we have the 74 version of that, the one with the greenish black cover. Is that considered Disneyland merchandise? Or he just said Disney merchandise?
Yeah, Disney.
Does that include Star Wars?
I don't know. I don't think I actually have anything really, really old.
I have a paddle from a paddle ball with Mickey Mouse on it that my mom used to spank me with. Does that count?
Yeah. Bad boy.
Whoa. I mean, I would probably say the record, too. But I mean, because I can't think of anything that would be older than that.
I've got some old records, too.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
The 80s.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's Tip of the Week.
All right, Michael's Tip of the Week. Michael the Mail Guy says... This is Michael the Mail Guy's Summer Top 5 for the summertime. Didn't we do this last time? I don't know.
Oh, he is sick.
Yeah, he has more top 5s.
Sick, all right.
My top 5... my top 5 places to relax in Disneyland. He says...
That I know we've done.
He says old motorboat dock over there behind the...
Since it's no longer a
Turkey Lake. Yeah. Hungry Bear in the evening... Inside Launch Bay, Pirate Island, or is that Island? Our New Frontier Pathway. Interesting. I don't know about chilling there in the pathway, because it's kind of like...
Well, I would say before, years ago, when there used to be a lot of benches and stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about now, but yeah, the motorboat launch. That's kind of burnt out, though. I mean, more people find out about that.
Well, it's not that finding out. It's like they go eat over there because of the...
Right. They take their chimichangas and stuff and go sit down right there.
Yeah.
Well, the electrical parade, that whole area is packed now for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, Hungry Bear is probably the only one I would agree with, just because it's still... You can go there at night and just sit around and not a lot going on.
The island over where... the big treasure chest is. it's kind of quiet back over there. I've been there, kind of hanging out for a bit, especially when it's hot because there's a lot of trees and shade. So I've been back there. Not right, Hungry Bear. Not right now.
No, he said in the evening though.
Yeah, well,
we usually go there in the evening and chill in the bottom.
But once it's dark, just before they close, when they close late.
No, I mean right now because it's not covered. But since I haven't been back there in a while.
You can go because they have the restrooms.
Well, yeah, I know they do, but it used to be more seating downstairs before they started doing all the stuff on the river.
Yeah,
but if you go there in the evening before they've closed, there's usually there's still a lot of seating.
Oh yeah, that's usually where I end up eating.
Or even after they've closed, if you can. Sometimes even just when they've closed, when they just closed, they haven't put up the chain yet, and you can go up there and sit down. Because we did that just recently. We went up there and was chilling.
Did he say summertime or just to hang out?
He's summertime.
It's summertime top 5.
Summertime.
Small world. Get that 12-15 minute ride in.
All right, so he says working on upgrading to a deluxe pass, and since everybody keeps asking me about upgrading my pass, so I made a GoFund Michael $35 so far. Hey, it would have been 36. Okay, I'm serious. It would have been 36. Till then, this is Michael the Mail Guy saying bye. All right, so if you guys want information on how you can help Michael get to his goal, if you guys want the link, email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com. Subject line, Dirty's Pass.
All right, so thank you, Michael the Mail Guy, for your email. I know you're sick, but we said you shouldn't have an excuse. Anyway.
That's why I'm filling in this week.
Yes.
Yeah, because plenty of us have been sick and we've still podcasted.
Hey, remember the time I ran out of my voice?
Yeah. Those of us, especially Nancy, should remember the episode where this guy had no voice by the end, and I had to do the complete closing by myself with, whatever help that Shadow can give. But I was able to do the whole complete closing by myself because this guy couldn't even talk. He had lost his voice by the end of the show.
And that never, ever happened to me before. That was weird. Anyway, so yeah, Nancy, thank you for your email, and hopefully we'll hear from you again soon. If you guys have any questions or comments, tips, your own top 5 summertime whatever you want to list, that would be great too. All you have to do is email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
.com. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, we were at the parks on Monday and just got reminded about the dueling DJs that they have at Tomorrowland. Terrence, Shadow, and I were there.
Yeah.
And we were checking it out, and it was kind of like, okay. And basically, just the whole thing reminded us of the Frozen, what was it called? Frozen, that
little fun party?
That Frozen, whatever was going on after Mad Tea.
Stupid.
Yeah, because it was just nothing but little kids over there jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
should have been in bed.
In the beginning,
Yeah, by the time that last show goes on, they should have been in bed.
Exactly.
Last set.
The beginning of it was pretty cool because the DJs are dueling. One was doing 70s music and the other one was doing 80s. So it was pretty cool until they decided to just, I don't know what they were doing.
Kid-friendly.
Go kid-friendly and just do stupid crap.
So did they do a lip sync at all?
I didn't see a lip sync.
No, because we were there for 3, right? There or 2 sets?
We were there for 2.
Okay.
And then we left to go
for the fireworks.
Right. So
so it's more like that one, not necessarily the Frozen one. What was that one that was very short-lived that they had
after Mad Tea? After Mad Tea, right?
After Mad Tea, they had that very short-lived one where they were only playing Disney music.
Right,
it was super short-lived.
Right.
I
don't even remember that. That's
what I mean. It was super short-lived. It was only around for a couple months, and all they did was play Disney music, and all there was kids over there.
Yeah.
We only went over there once to see what it was, and then we were like, no.
Yeah.
And we left.
So, I mean, basically, I don't remember what they were doing. They were doing something stupid.
You don't need 2 DJs to do that.
Because it was like they were doing some kind of, they were doing teaching dances, line dancing crap.
Oh, that's right. They were teaching the Cupid
Macarena,
Shuffle.
and the Macarena. And
Yeah.
So then I was just like, well, what does this have to do with dueling DJs? Because they're not dueling now. They're teaching dance moves to the kids, and then they're giving, rating the, judging. They have judges out there. And it's like,
yeah, I feel like it was a Disney Playhouse or something.
It was stupid.
Well, so it sounds like it's different because the week before, I went the first week. And the first week that they were there, they came out and played some music, and it was all top 40. It wasn't like a disco or anything, but they did that, and then they did a lip sync battle. So they took people from the audience and had them. They didn't tell them what song they were going to do. They just said, "Here's we're going to play a song, and you either know it, you lip sync to it, or if you don't know it, you act like you do, and you basically sell it, sell it to the crowd, and we'll kind of take responses." So they did a few kids, and then they did a couple of adults. And then that's kind of how they ended it. We're 25-minute set or so.
Supposed to be 30, so
okay, real close to that.
So I don't know if they did it later because we left and we were like done with it. We don't need to be there anymore.
Well, it would have been the same time because the set that I saw I think was the second set of the day, and I only saw that one set. And then I was like, no, well, this is. I don't see a dueling. I thought they were gonna mix stuff right there and like it really be like who's the better DJ right here, audience response or something.
But then again, you have the DJs were different than the first time you saw it.
Right, they were different, yeah.
So, maybe they did it on the third set, or maybe the DJs who are doing it are doing different things.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Maybe the DJs that are doing it are deciding what they want to do. And it's going to be different every week.
So, I think it's dumb. I think it's not worth even going over there to even look at them unless you want to go do the Macarena. But I don't. Like I said, in the beginning, it was pretty cool because they're going back and forth, 70s, 80s. And then they turned into a dance, how to dance, let me show you how to dance. And it was just like, I'm like, well, where's the dueling DJ have to do with, showing the Macarena? So I didn't like it. I think it's stupid. And I rather would have a band there than a DJ doing dance moves.
Well, it just seems like a weird set when you have that stage ready to go for bands, and that's what it's known for. I think you should just do that. I much rather would have seen a band. That first night.
Anthony talked about this before, how, the DJs are out of a job now because Matt T is not there. And then they do little things in the downtown Disney. And now they have this dance party going on over at the Hollywoodland backlot, which the DJs go over there and do that. So basically, the DJs are trying to get some time in the parks and get some pay. And
I wonder if we were different if they only had the one DJ. Because between sets at Mad T, the DJ played stuff, but that's all it was doing. It was a little mixing and a little. People were just dancing there because it was.
Well, but you had adults. There wasn't as much kids that they have it now.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. I agree with what Anthony's saying. On the DJs are trying to get some work, trying to get some hours and stuff like that. But I just don't think this works.
They have to feel pretty stupid if they're not even really DJing.
Yeah. No, there was no I could give me my iPod.
The beginning was they dueled in the beginning.
I probably did more DJing.
Was it a true duel? Like I'm going to play this, and then I can do better than that, and you play something else.
There was like he said, one was doing the 70s, and they were playing the good mix like of the 70s, like like the Saturday Night Fever type of stuff and YMCA whatever.
Yeah,
and they were going like, oh, okay, you got me here, all right, whatever. And so then when it was her turn, she started playing the 80s. That were like the Michael Jackson and the upbeat stuff, and they're like, and the guys, all right. So it was getting kind of good, even though you did have little kids, whatever. It was no big deal, and then adults were getting into it
because you go for the music either way. If you see Thomasina, she's covering
set, like my brother said, the second set was like, okay, we're gonna teach you the Macarena, we're gonna teach you this shuffle, we're gonna teach you, okay, we're gonna have some judges. So it became from dueling DJs to like, let's do Mickey's Playhouse.
It was like lunchtime on a cruise ship and entertaining kids.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's what it looked like.
The third set might have been different. Who knows?
Yeah,
I didn't stick around.
So the set to me or not even the set, where when they dueled at Downtown Disney was way better than this.
Well, maybe that last set is lit.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Lit. I don't know.
I was done. I was like, we're out of here.
All I know is it sounds like that I did more DJing on Sundays back in the day when I was doing Mexican music.
I think you did. I would say so.
I think if I had my iPhone on shuffle, do a pretty good job.
Give me some memories of El Monte, and I'm set.
After that, you had to make the way across to the river. That crowd of people.
Exactly. So if you guys want to go check that out, go on your own risk because I don't suggest it at all. And if you guys want to go and hang out with a bunch of kids jumping up and down, if that's your thing, then
now in that defense, having kids, they enjoyed that, but that's not what they wanted to do. But if it was a crowded day because lines are long or whatever, we need to take a break. I need to sit down, and they still got energy. Have at it. But it would definitely, as an entertainment thing for myself, wasn't.
But your son didn't want to go over there and dance.
No, he didn't want to go over there.
You were trying to get him,
Yeah,
and
he was just like,
the
nope.
stage manager was trying to get him over there, and he's like, no. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. If you're there and you want to sit down and let your kids go jump up and down, that's fine. But if you're over there trying to see a dueling DJ thing, that's not what you're going to get.
It's no EDC.
At least nobody's dying.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you, Dan the Man, for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me today. It was a lot of fun.
It is fun.
Hey, you're welcome anytime.
And you don't have to pay $75.
Well, if Michael's out again.
Well, Michael's out all summer, so you're...
Oh, that's right.
So you're...
what am I doing next week, Michael?
Hey,
oh, nothing. I'm on vacation.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Michael's blocked from MousePIRE?
Hey, when you're blocked from the park, you're blocked from the podcast. Oh, that's dirty.
That's why he's upgrading.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to come on the show whenever you want, and you don't need to pay money. All you gotta do is show up.
But buy the $1 popcorn refills.
There you go.
Till the end of the month.
Well, maybe we'll have Michael and Dan. It could be the dueling podcast.
There you go. Dueling podcast. Yeah, my iPhone versus his iPhone. Oh, he's got those mashups, though. Damn, he's got me.
Well, unfortunately, if that happens, then you'd have to stay home.
Hey, I can watch from the sidelines.
I suppose you could.
No, we can share, Mike. That's cool.
There you go.
Hey, my birthday's coming, too, actually.
Is it?
My birthday's at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, in that case, you definitely need to be on for your birthday.
And now I'll make a picture for you.
Thanks.
And a button, not pen.
There you go.
Either the Taco Man or the Wiener Schnitzel.
Ooh.
The wet burrito.
Big one. I'm turning 100.
All right, so we will be in the parks on Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Yeah, I should be there.
Are you going to join us, Anthony?
I don't know what's happening on Sunday.
Polyester Express.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Polyester Express. Well, we'll have to check and see finances and all that, and
Yeah.
it's, first of the month.
The first of the month. All right. You know what that means? It means that we got paid and we're heading to the market. Yes. No, really, we are. All right, so yeah, we'll be in the parks on Sunday. All right, so if you guys want to come and meet up with us, we'll be at Tomorrowland Terrace around 7 o'clock, picking out our seat, kicking people out of our table. Just come up over and say what's up.
From the MousePIRE table.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe we'll have some buttons. I don't know. That depends if Anthony could get to the park. So, one more time, we'll be in the park on Sunday checking out Polyester Express. Yeah, showtime is 7:30. Now, we did talk about them before. They are a very, very good disco band. We thought they were awesome, so they are worth checking out. So, you guys, if you guys are like us and love the bands at TLT, well, come on down Sunday. And don't forget some fat time in the parks with the brand new churros. Yay, colored sugar.
Woohoo! And wet or not wet burritos.
I definitely want to try that shake. That raspberry shake looks really good. I do want to try that. And there was something else that we talked about last week that I wanted to try that, of course, I already forgot.
I have to get one of those shaved ices.
Oh, yeah.
Shaved ice, excuse me.
Yes, we were about to go try with Shadow wanted a shaved ice on the Monday. He was like, I want to shave ice.
I love those.
And ice
I haven't
cream.
had that in years.
Oh, yeah. That thing at the La Brea.
Yes.
Bakery.
Yes. The
cobbler, was it
yes,
cobbler?
the cobbler.
Oh, some kind of peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler.
Oh, the
yes.
peach cobbler.
Yes.
There you go.
See, I knew there was. If I looked back at the
See, I
last
listened.
week's notes, but yeah,
Yes.
it pays to have your little notebook here and not get rid of it.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, well, listen to last week's episode because we talked about some new food items over there. And yes, I do want to try that peach cobbler. It sounds really good. So hopefully we can maybe do that on Sunday.
And of course, don't forget, next week is D23. Only one more
Yes.
episode of MousePIRE until D23, and will be big times going on. I'm hoping that this guy will get into some cool panels. These guys will get into some cool panels.
Overnight
And-
lineups, though.
Yeah, well, I don't expect them to do any overnight lineups and get into some of the ones that require that, but I do. Hopefully, they'll get out of the hotel and get over there in time to get into that Disney Parks panel. So that way, make sure you take lots of notes. And any other panels you get into, make sure you take lots of notes because you're the only one that's going to be able to report on all of that. And then, of course, I will have the week after that have all the reports from just on the news-wise of what I've read and everything that happened at D23. And then, of course, no rest for the weary, San Diego ComicCon, just the weekend after that. So busy a month. And, of course, sprinkled in there, hey, the 17th, we got Disneyland's birthday.
Yeah.
And the return of Fantasmic.
Yay, about time.
So we've got a busy month of goings on with D23, Disneyland's birthday, Fantasmic. The trains at the end of the month. All kinds of stuff going on.
Hot weather, so put your SP 1000 on, because I know I am.
Yeah,
Exactly. I'm surprised that we didn't have any kind of heat tips from Michael, the mail guy.
I think I saw that before.
I sent him in. I didn't listen.
I think he made
I got wet socks that day. Give me a hard time about it.
I think he did it before when it was not hot.
Yeah.
But, of course, if you want to see what is going on between now and the end of the month and beyond, just check out our social medias. We are MousePIRE on Facebook, at MousePIRE on Twitter and Instagram. Of course, I am at Empire for Life, Empire_for_life on Twitter.
And, of course, if you want to see badass pictures, go to my Instagram, Shadow_Vamp, and like all my pictures.
I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Danzig77. That's DANSZIG77.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Baloo1313. And also follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you will see when your button order is going out. And don't forget, right now, all summer long, free shipping on orders over $14. Not bad. Simply enter code SUMMER2017 and you'll get your free shipping. Don't forget to visit patreon.com/MousePIRE. Help support the podcast and help support #MousePIRE100. And go over to YouTube, search MousePIRE Podcast, subscribe, check out the videos there. We would really appreciate that.
And that's Patreon, not pins.
YouTube only takes one click. I just did it a minute ago.
There you go.
Literally, he did it right here in front of us. That is how easy it is. There is no excuse.
Just
because there's an app for that.
Just like FastPass.
Exactly. So until next time, remember, it's never a good idea to assume that being PC is a bad thing. After all, we all need a personal computer at some point. So for Doctor Who, Zoidberg, and Mel Brooks, I'm Anthony.
I'm Shadow.
I'm Dan.
I'm Diggs.
Bye.
You're a Zoidberg.
Thank you.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
Vamp on... sorry. Not even drinking.
Speaking of corn, over at Champions Corn Cup... Oh, no. Wait. No, that's what it's called. Or you could...
Chugga, choo choo.
But yeah, somewhere around the week of that. I don't even know what that meant.
I don't either.
Oops. Pardon me.
Technical difficulty.
I'm okay.
All right, can you shut up now?
Which one?
You.
I wasn't talking.